One said yes, sir, Obeshe. Na timemu for ayo ma said ye. One said yes, sir, Obeshe. Na state institutions so ayo ma said yes. Said ye bit my ball mine.
Yes, I said ye no ye nyina ya said ye. E bi ni say ye ti ha ye kan. Maka no kure say oman no fa safety as a serious business. Even acquire you feel gas explosion in your man. Much say we haven't taken things. We have taken things for granted. Media, totem ya me catch me ba programs. Me say baby I was say a canokren. I was say baby I was say a condemn so no. Near condemn. And I really condemn this. And the responsibility, the mining company, no, I think said the sanction given by the government is in the right direction. But then also, but then also we are supposed to also charge the state's organization for being reckless, for not monitoring.
In this case, state organization,
I think it's EPA. They have institutions like Ghana Gas. They have like there are institutions to enforce this. And I think that
state institutions now. You say you obi and as obi every nipa mu nka say me de madwuma to office nipa hwe mo nkwa wa bra na wo say me hwe na me boss ade no ho ban.
Who say me fi say
ade ti na ya na ehuru bibi say.
Yes, me fi say oman ya yetimi nokure wo mu ni say eya na nipa bebre mpese ombeje omfo so atum. And it's very sad. Mahu Boris Johnson na woni obi akosa na parliament here really a whole prime minister, and it's so amazing. It's interesting to see say democracy no adru mpempeso bi wo bebia, but we are growing. We will get there. The only thing I get frustrated about is that when we don't punish people for their wrongdoing.
If you say
well, whatever reasons I don't know.
And this is me coming straight to the MPP abino.
Yeah.
Look, mobile bam no, boy mo share and say, "Adia your friend kebi mami kebi amemu and amodeba."
Yeah.
And memo na ne wo ho no mo catch say inkoye. Yeah. To the sense that mo use brofu be a friend incompetence. Let's just say mo modern.
Yeah.
It mobile no mo ma amanfo akoma ye de ebedi machi. It had into sa memo papa no yenhunu ne sabri.
Well, amamu papa who can is
in the case of a normal year, what one can say? Well, they have some memo papa. We can't say, but yes, your friend is saying there has been improvement over all sectors. For example, Seoka say amamu papa. One incident is here. We are so lucky that we have a visionary president like Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who brought in ambulances. So there was a rescue. There were how many ambulances there? You know, there were more than 10 ambulances there to help rescue the situation. That should tell you that. And you see Anzana. Oh, of course, but BBC and ambulance are disaster. So we are that fear one year ambulance. So that's the point. Yes, and in the and I make sure say a binding shisheye a bit to say aturenchem ye krado sa aturenchem bisia ye betimi aso ano ebi ne say ye de ambulance aba. And you saw inadmo so abura nadmo so di duru ho ni adwuma pa ni machines a ye di kogu ho a ye di ye rescue no. I mean, I think we have to applaud the government for that. No abanya ya de bebre. I mean no ka say yaban our site baby akwan no tu ye na ye try say ye be mend to pave ways in ebeya and crofebitima again abanya shebo say State Housing Corporation yen corner omkoye what we call feasibility studies say ebeya ye be say esikro no ama and crofo, and I think that it's a right direction. Appearing yet the first incident amount and nam so amount for ahwe baby omudi
yeah, but this disaster has never happened.
Obekaya ketanso epo etwifa efiefia wodo so
yeah,
e ma amanfo se amanfo ni baabi omoye den e de omuti beto da ban ne hunu se State Housing Corporation e betime di dwuma bi sa e ma Vice President Dr. Mamadou Bawumia kwache e bo se omo ba betiasi no maboa ama amanfo enya baabi de omuti
yes,
so bi wo keta no hwe esisi ya kwa beso no ohunu de Vice President ne bo che ohunu ne sei
the person say keta issue is different from this.
One thing is common.
Yes, government is making that government made provisions for temporal structures for them. Aban gave them the same thing support they are giving to appear to. There hasn't been any difference in that. But the government
support, bay.
Oh,
you appear to say you need State Housing Corporation, you can't as diamond manful.
Yeah.
You call Ketan, you can't hear the trum.
See,
one now can was also temporal structure.
Yeah, Nasa appear to honor so and now menu said is a temporal structure. Yet means
no, by your shop say, yeah, Baby, sit down, my man for our piety. I don't think the entity shuts out.
Keta see defense government as shep bosse or Becosunua raise. Nasikano cra beginning a deba in the past, no. Young baby as a fire, and that is not the MPP government, that was the NDC government. So if the NDC were raising that concern in Parliament, saying that we have to at once by force or say we have to do that in Keta, I think that was wrong because they even solicit for fund to do it. But to me, but the government of Akufo-Addo is not discriminative, and we're going to do that.
Okay, so what your mama call man? So normal you know na eba be di unkomo de di kan e-levy ho nsensema but na de toso me constitution
me da me chia etiefo ni ahwefo nyina no pe
etiefo ni afen committee honorable etiefo ni ahwefo so e da se me wo aya so west wo gone ba omia e ofia honorable David acknowledge me e ofia se ya what in any appearance and some say, and some His Excellency Dr. Mamadou Bawumia aka any a buying a hunkika, HS a buying a war or pepper, any a comapa, and a fence war, ye annual drew Emma a toriencha my bit me a see a war or my Ghana. Well, you know the way I buying a treaty appearance seminal. One cassa we a member of parliament who say.
Yo, me that say, Edikain, ma omo omo free mu omo busuanfo ewo atiache yako eno mo plano ye bompa ese doctor for na omo show ombeya mo omo hu atom na omo yo ma befi etosu mienu on se aban akoshe bo se edan ya ebubu wo atiache nyina on besi
yeah.
There's an because a disaster of national scale. Intina keta di any see abai into sana mo ketano. A year yen dinuma you see ketana yen. For which I am mature class. There should have been a 3-day declaration of 3 days of national mourning.
Yeah.
Because Kenya I didn't see na enienya sa de na nsese aso man no ye ma mani sisi na ha eto so miensa aban ko aban omo aban wo mu ko no mu ko e politics ye nyina ye so a eni so wo e
omo ko e politics
omo ko e politics
wo kwan be so
ma mi chirichi omu omo ko ya na omo ko ka say na abai one constituency one ambulance no abuama ambulance not the sanko for intent alcohol hospital e wunya ta abai be kwa ko
benya sa na tie
ambulance sanko for alcohol hospital e wunya ta abai be ka say your program of one constituency one ambulance is in e
but enya sa intervention na ma omutimi de nkofo ko asupiti
na me na ambulance ni krom had that. So we should rather be commending the ambulance service for being responsive. Yenti Kroma na ambulance driver wo could be so say ya money petrol on for hospital ama mama na nkaka ni mu. Enu so e. Enti bibi a on person dey police na enye omunya isa suban. Na ato wenche mo esi e wa fiache no. Ye be hwe say ye den ye be ya ye dey ohaw na atu nkofo. Ebe siano ebi ni sen Ibrahim Muhammad ye aduane akomanko for aduane ahe na aban e dey akomanko for so far. We want to know if other private citizens are making intervention. We want to know how much the government is also making in terms of bringing comfort to the people in the interim. You see, no more here aduane on be no more here nsi on be no more here antare on be because a danya Nanko 42, we see Uncle 42, Nina the only in a dream. Until by this time, Monday and Penanke are buying so they have moved any so many curtains that they are common and command district assembly on Chamon. And now the Nad was on Chamon. I'm buying 8 to 12 a month and Corona no move school now. Oh, Cromana school there, Bubuno. I'm buying arrangement say, inform called the next town, no more go to school, so even though they are traumatized. I'm buying a suma doctor force on the ground when they should go and psychologically begin to talk to the people. These are the things we want to hear. And yes, one consultant one.
But nyano na nadmone nyano sa no maya okiken. Nyano na National Disaster Management Organization to say they could do upon kroma me ete ye no. Nyano binumu na omo ye.
And then they call
say yes so nkofo asene ye ma nkofo enoma bi na fe so omunya nuane no manya ba bi di omuti ato.
What have they given so far? And then mama so far to see between Ukora na Asemisi and then Ukora na Yawada Asemisi and then and then Abayama so far. I know your perspective. No, and a person who catches some car. I'm to make country and you say Abayam so it's one more. Then yet kata to be.
Okay. About non crapa o sima watwi we dey me pese ye bie enkomo ni mo ne nhwe long term ne ade ya anu ya torian chama hodo na esisi o my Ghana free Melcom there Melcom disaster e dan dwirigu ya amafo ke medrum pempenso ba bi na ye say nkraman kra ye kofa bia free Israel amoma be hwehwia ba bia emu no ewo ekosi atomic junction explosion June 3 fire and flood disaster na fa apieti die ene adan ahodo school dan ebugu nkwara so ewo atifi eye epoye mantemre bi no so we nyina ye normal akokokko so ewo ye memu without shame or without favor no kurekamu pa no honorable edie pa na ususu se oman yentumi nyeye a wose ye sereba ya atorien twam sunsu aso no ye betime si hu kwan
Kwame
honorable
also baby how your friendly accident the accident today is here it's a friendly accident but obi na cause accident Intina sa who walk mo na your driver na say udi passengers if area osu they call connection na say who drive here no one drive here now also accident accident no also but as they say on minor chuaso for causing that accident. And the better say you fault and not say a driver for the fault. And somebody should be held responsible for the AC or Tvxyz last week. It's as simple as that. This is criminal negligence. People should be prosecuted for what happened in Tvxyz.
Hey, Kwame,
company now move dynamite from one point to the other. What were the safety protocols? I say almost take into consideration for money. These are the simple checklists I say. Very, very simple. Very simple.
Say no na post for ye. Suppose for ka say omo ye hwehwemu say e ho no na omo ni kire.
Exactly. And na hwehwemu no ya say hwehwemu no any committee ni there ya omo titi committee na ye hwehwemu a enkosi aga. Etin na me say we there somebody has to be prosecuted for criminal negligence. It's a very simple matter. Etin na ye minority no. There should be a bipartisan committee to look into the matter.
Very well.
Bipartisan committee.
Okay. Na ade ba ko amanfo bebre apeja abra ye ko 11 seminamo ade ba ko amanfo bebre apeja ana issue ba ko amanfo raise the fact say honorable Ambrose Deria woye interior minister bebre so say on for na adwuma to say as far back as 2017 no wo bo explosive company wo bo mo kokko ebo mo sobo wo no ma bi a woni susu yemu no mo fa ntoto akwemu ebo mo honen na ene say si not the same company you're involved that. Would you agree with Omo say honorable Ambrose in front of you say sa pepe?
Okay, Kwame, me know on doing if the evidence and it said between 2017 now or bomb Kokono, any and then no, when to an amombi, one said Kokono bomb any the or cancer or moniano, or 1 year, when friends one casam. And minority in it said a bipartisan committee investigation, so and they do a numina bit me at
Okay.
because you see, he's the interior minister.
Yeah.
And a police service action assist. It is a judge humanima police force of Munya. They may not be able to indict their minister.
Hey, let's just say any opposing for you. Almost you're independent.
Me say, Kwame, me say, no, the police service is not independent. Why not the police service is independent? It's a service. It's a service among the security agencies and the Ministry of Interior. I choose my words carefully. They may not be able to indict their minister. So at the American.
Okay. The bipartisan approach number one.
We say exactly from Parliament. Parliament should be able to have a committee. Government should be able to encourage Parliament to have a committee, a bipartisan committee, to look into this.
Okay, very well.
Seriously.
Very well. As and
then going forward, if we look at the airline now, controls are normally now, whether we should review it and tighten the protocols. Those things we should be able to look at it and give the new conditions.
Okay, very well. As and quick one. Where the Wawunia Penny Honorable or say Mensa Bonsu, Nanu or the Atuga, in display screen, so Sarabaya, Mammo share or Facebook Live, now Mammo share or Tvxyz, and Mbundia, Honorable say Mensa Bonsu, Eka, Pote, FA, a year 11 on. Now to some more can walk out because it's 11 in the Monya to Mebra Moye, more Mubobo appropriation on Sabre ni na Moye. Say Magia to me. It is a difficulty for me when people kicking against the e-levy, when you know that in the adoption of the motion to approve the budget, we approved of that. So it means that the first step has already been surmounted. And also say, then the e-levy has been factored into the various estimates that we have approved for all sectors. And Otuazuka said that is the second thing we did. The third step is when we encapsulated everything into the appropriation bill and passed the bill unanimously. What does it mean? You have approved the e-levy. The e-levy. Okay. What you okay? When you are to na mo say yempini then just more dada no honorable society there.
Kwame Medasi, Edikan, and Yanu Cred as a 11 Parliament Ajatu, and Yanu Cred. And it is a very wicked and mischievous interpretation of the procedures as laid down in Parliament. Constitution in Article 106 determines how a bill should be laid in Parliament. 11, and your budget and a depot, and your budget and any entity 11. An act of Parliament. And the chairman's our papa of Parliament. But on this one, he got it wrong.
But 11 ni won sem ni bi appropriation ni.
Meba Kwame. Who beside MPP for now? Budget on my year for the past 5 years. Who beside him to Argentina? Somebody adhere to budget in some by na afino so no manya. In ya no mo de ma ani say ya budget. Omunye ska no mo ya omunye ska. Close into one. Just an homoka. It's a deal budget one, no interest. Yeah, it's just a mere declaration of intention of government. In fact, the budget almost buy almost a buying put on budget. It is estimated to be about 100 billion. You are expenditure a buying person, it's in excess of 135 billion. It's the appropriation I buying. I pass the Appropriation Act. It is to expend up to 136 or 35 billion. Difference of 35 billion. And you almost move a G11. Now, Kwame, Odi adhere to budget in principle. I just said you have the right to tax. Does it mean Parliament has passed the law to go and tax? I didn't know tax. Say I just one. Let's implement it. Yeah.
It has no uzusu yemi yomontu won. Me and Jintu.
Boss Remuka, look, it is hot air. It has no basis in law.
But Obi
political talk.
Obi on parliamentary experiences honorable say Mensa Bosu means Susu say Obekasa Sakwa.
I said we mamun so or Yami Papa said he got it wrong. A political talk wrong. Their base is very angry with them, so they must say things to appease them. What is the meaning of technical approval? Is there anything like technical approval in Parliament? We pass a law and we pass a bill into a law and pass it as an act of Parliament. We either do that or we don't. And so say, if e-levy has been technically approved, they should technically implement it.
Very well.
And Parliament, other papers, first item will be consideration of the e-levy bill. What is the technical approval? What is the meaning of technical approval? There's nothing like that in our parliamentary procedure. You either pass a bill and act into a law, or you don't.
Very well. Honorable Yemfensia, Dwabo Ase, and
budget, debating the principles of budget. Within 1 week, almost presented budget on 17th November. By 25th, 26th November, no, they are debating principles. Did we approve the budget? Didn't the budget go through approval process until 31st December? And then a party appropriation which took effect from 1st January 2022. The budget was not approved at the time of debating the principles. You debate principles and agree. But to approve the estimate, it goes through further approval process.
Okay.
That is where the actual approval is. It's a appropriation and budget.
Okay. All right. Yemfensia, Honorable.
And if you debate the principle of a tax regime, it doesn't mean that you have approved of the tax or the law has been passed for the tax to be implemented.
Well, Honorable, your brain into Yemfensia. Na yesansu nya brebio na ye ne umierusha ye betimi abiebi nsem ne but wo studio say ye to ankomo no so mame kai tie for any arefo say ye Honorable Roxen Echedafia member of parliament South Die constituency ona ye ne twetwe nkomo wo 11 no na afin so apieti nsem no sabre elekem kotokon so abekan nsase e ofidie ma Honorable David Anole Jemme aka Ayaso West Wogon Baomia also has a member of the MPP and I think so communications team no di mu akontode no can say pado way and answer dey go that way aleka wakwaba meje so enti say nyame adom aduan ye ni edi ajewa no ba wa beto ye so wa ye late wadi nkukuo mama nka show 24 obedi nkukuo di senya na me late was strong room wi am si ye wi am ni microphone bi na aye enti mama fa ntudwa na reckless driving na ye ka Toyota Tundra with registration number GW361321. Nipa mienu shem guy back or abodwe or the pistol at his side in holster. Or my siren, he's not an approved vehicle to be using a siren. Yes, me man kwai. And I ordered the car by pin me. Obias me man kwai. Me akasa so me see anya de me man kwai. Nti my man kwai. And I opeg anya a kwai from me who e call. Obedru ni ma police station na only police for na say me ko park was station ho obi ani me nkasa and I told them say me call program make me park car na makwaba obi am fi me na makwa yamba nti mu recklessness na mu nkrofo no ye okwan so the guy MPP ni immediately me on the video look this is below the belt because of more recklessness now the presidency sticker and the okan so no obi atimi fa don't have evidence is that presidency sticker is that irrelevant you have become a government obi atimi fa send picture my video can be the best send my video so NDC for mo ye bi na mo de ni na mo de say aban ni di don't worry meaning say what you say say you press yes until one crowd only evidence say MPP because of man kwan no ni pistol then he unlocked his pistol in an offensive gesture to threaten me and I told him you can't I'll send you videos no crime okay wait side of the story now about don't worry I had witnesses there as well yes all side of the story now about Baumia Tobo Baumia I also Baumia Tobo I also Baumia we end of tell you deal with fanshare atorienchem ne omaiga na yahu siesie wo sa no ma we mo unyanko to boss me and said they will see one apieti ensemi
yeah em say apieti ensemi e koso and no na me read the news mo you see motorbike rider no crack sisi abobo ya no say enya dia ono any kakese bi ehiem enye collusion bia na ono sisi ayesi mema no nkasa nti wo say
GNF na ni
nti eden port na ekoso ho e say sa company ya friend Maxami ebia o mo breach some formalities ebia krapo na escort crab back krapo nka car no nanso police for who say penifo no who say ebia skabi o hom betumi nya no instead of making sure say they enforce the law strictly no akwai say let me be frank with you because yes it's an indictment on them listening to their aboboya yes it's an allegation so
police for na bekai aban
na emabo aban di and sisi who feel uncomfortable when criticizing the police ana ye ka police e bi kan o
kan si aban one police o si aban
enti unti ase say oh, say that your vice president Sukoho, Okoho Krapo wait here in the video. Go to Johnny Hughes' wall. That IGP was even advising him, say, it was not safe for him to even go there. Because there will be an explosion in Siwa Krapo. You can't even tell if there will be another one even in 24 hours or in 10 hours. Now, or Mampenya Bedieche, you rush to go in there for the cameras.
But insensitive government.
No, you see, the oil enemy apparently Manunko, so I'll do it same to him.
You will tell us they are insensitive.
We will tell you if you don't go there. A wise person will realize that going to the area, it's okay because you are refusing to apply logic to what I am saying. What I am saying is that you can be around here now. I hear say we and yes, who call but answer and no never say and who there your man paying quite. Immediately he went there. He has gone there promising Krapo say without even an investigation report. I bet you say ebia company na edi for they have to compensate the people.
But I'm not for Diana Edregu. I also munya baby
na say they baumia kind enye na asem na oka. He is talking of the long term. Until the okay Krapo say me know who say he doesn't have any plan. A presidential ambition or call launching the campaign.
No.
Yeah.
No, I disagree.
Over there, now we refuse a program who time and I say one person will be for a shovel. Huh? Yes, so and I will do same to you anyways. Look, say who call her now in Crawford 10 times over them crap on a big crap on here. Now, they say we do and I say we cow or no, she won't say, oh, we'll even give you relief items and I say. Now, Kakran the Komaya Krayan Bompa is expired because he is in the history of that. Now, who will catch him say, who will sit down, a sit down, you don't even know whether that place, it will be habitable for human beings again. It is said, young man, on in a no, or when he's nodding his head like that, he should reason as well because Akoya said, in the position
you see, we shouldn't accept this.
No,
you see, you shouldn't accept
this. Also retract it.
So,
this is a decent program. Let us have a decent program.
Okay, hold on.
When you say by heart, what do you mean by heart? You are talking rather by heart now. When you tell that the president is not reasoning.
You see, logic is that you follow due process. And yes, we sorry, now we hear ebi na atu yen ene you see a try semester or china you see a try term. Next time you see luxury vehicle tax. The next time I see a sign. Are they reasoning? That is the question I'm asking. Do you think they do that? That is what I'm telling. So there's no reasoning going to what they are doing. It is the truth. And yeah, who can create and now that is just the truth.
You have been trained to insult. So that is the attitude of you guys. You have been trained to insult. That's all.
Yes, schools for 2 academic years. Textbooks cry yenya. Uko kan say and I'm one say yenya chalk. So you are now equating to the mediocrity that you call yourself competent.
It will come better near was here this year.
Akwai said there's lawlessness in the country. Now, who shed the ekoso apiatina? And I mean, Ojidi say a police for a person a cover up for the Maxam company.
Oh, how?
Oh yes.
No, but someone will get a very strong allegation.
Yes, it's a strong allegation because
we may even get to a point I want to have metric.
No, because what year question for is it question for it?
Yes, ACP question
for it. Onu ni version or kind and relating everything or blaming it onto the motorbike. Now the motorbike
someone kasa sa
baba na motorbike
police kasa no but police kasa one kasa sa
na if you say former IGP Emma Omuti as say some of them have been planting things on people's car and they should desist from that. Is it not the same police
connection?
What's the connection? And na be kasa it say onu ababontia be kasa na abobo ya rider no so ama ye hu say they omu ka no enye nukre because onu krapo no bibi sa ensi na nkrofo kasa catch and say mema no nkasa. Why are they stopping him from talking? Why is that going on? Ebina Uboso Krapo says Sam Maxam company is a multinational company.
Yes.
I think from Spain or now former Interior Minister Kra Ekoho. Emanoko who said they did not meet some of the safety standards. 2017. Up to now, do we know if they have or not? Nukra me sure said some if they have not met the standards, they are quite by there. Ombeba Bekachi said they have met the standards. But what is the proof? If in 2017, who to me the top one said they have not met the standards, a responsible company would have put it in the public again, say, after the minister visit, you know, this is the evidence. But so between you and I, no, so we will not accept it. And Amika said, there was even no escort with the explosives car.
Okay, my main for Baumia na yen free ABA no. Nianko nia ye betimi free they see wa piety. Any me betima ye anywhere ni me ya.
Exactly.
Wa bra will react to few points I will make here. I know you body tell mama.
Minua am say me ma wa kwaba and then first time am ne wa share but am say I was say ye hwe ye kasa se na ye be release. Say wo ka say police for crown ponu enim de omo ya fine. You see ade na esi wo ho no at that instant police here investigation they go by the information that they get on the ground. So if motor rider na be ka say oh ono crown accident ni see before we are I don't think
but I know one say motor rider na ka bibi for na post for so ka bibi
anya me nwanwa because of the way information is transferred in this country and you are aware yinna yedim komo sometimes asema obi be ka kire okukuam okobebu fro ka the same thing so they could be different narrative and that doesn't mean that the police are not doing their job and that they want to shield somebody and even in that case say ukase again president Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, His Excellency, a baby without precaution, and that is the words that he used. I wouldn't want to use on any leader. I think it's unfair. And now a buying penny for Bianco, you would have come here. The same people, please, you would have come here and tell us that the government is insensitive and they don't care. You have sat here and mentioned that Ibrahim Mahama responded and he has come here. Please listen.
I'm Mampenya bedi echie ebambo wonsem na wo raise no wona ne nya adwen se eyade a eno nso huhia wa bra wo kire se
huhia and I don't think that the vice president will go to a place that investigation has not been done and then he will just walk there. He knows
a crime zone. How do you understand this?
You can't call it a crime zone. It's an accident zone.
Yes,
get it right.
ACP question for you friend.
A crime occurred there.
Say a crime scene.
Yeah, of course.
No. Well, well informed when addressing matters.
No, what I'm saying is the right word to it's an accident scene. It's an accident. When you say it's a question no, yes. He's wrong because what has happened is not somebody deliberately going to, massacre the community. It's not a deliberate thing. It's an accident. And I don't think it's the wish of the driver or it's a wish of anyone that this thing should happen.
And,
are you getting
that is no.
Ayakwanshia nti akwanshia ne awudie nku ukasa krama ye awudie obi ahada se medi but the entire
recklessness obi na ye reckless na
ora
obi na ye reckless
the entire
nti na ekoso obi na ye reckless
nti me pasa minua ne kasa no oye very decent about it minim se ye nyina no ye free oh no, baby, oh free in the voter. Any baby, free in the north. Back to baby, oh me free in the north. No, we understand. Say, when you say, "Kasa will be jump." Say, "You better decorum." Yeah.
what you see what PhD betime so afrim na yetima bobra wa bra ye kwa enim
and there madikin abubo bi so say as a development person no, I condemn the whole thing. I think things has not happened the way it should be in terms of the safety protocols when you have to transfer such chemicals to the place.
Also safety protocols are more breached that.
And
when you report
that is why I make a say
because interior minister
the minimum say there were no convoy.
Sir.
It's interior minister.
Also there was a
what I know.
Escort now.
Yeah, escort. So the minimum no in America. So I'm saying say
interior minister
I can't say that because I don't. For now, all the information we are getting are some sort of speculation. There is this investigation that is going.
Say yes, sir.
There's investigation that is going on. And then when the investigation comes out and indict the minister, then why not?
But if you have a company here, minister are raising issues on safety
yes,
with them.
So and now me know say.
Then let's say company.
And now me know say 2017 na minister call hono minister come out omo that warning no. Me no ntimi nkan si pise omo ye omo nhihye ye
ana omo ye
so entina wontumi so
no
because 2017 ye hu sa nti no aban na anya na adwuma na minister anya na adwuma
no so wotie minister na say omo nhwe enoma bi omo nya ahwe ye so bi ye ahwe ye na che say obetutu ne noma ye say na be ya bibi say entumi si but here we are saade na ye ka so omo nya ahwe ye
wo make a tell me nu ya say onhwe ne kasa yie no na che say me part say there is some level of recklessness in his dealing. It's just as the minister went and then maybe one or two things. It could be safety nuclear can, it could be an environmental, something in relation to environmental or how they treat their workers' safety. A lot of things goes into it. You and I cannot sit here and
you projected the minister no. You projected to what are projected to screen so no the minister can. What say Ambrose Derry, the Minister for Interior, has ordered the management of Maxam, one of the world's leading explosives manufacturer and technical services provider operating in Takwa in the Western region, to address all shortfalls in its operations within 8 weeks. And I say, he said, if the firm fails to meet the approved safety standards by December 10, 2017, the ministry would have no alternative than to stop granting them any further permits to handle explosives. Where the quotation marks also with magazines, the new regulation is that there should be bunkers erected on 4 sides of the magazines to ensure that in case of any explosion, the horizontal movement of the explosion would be contained within the bunkers and can only go vertically up, which I believe Minister Aneka would reduce any collateral damage that may be caused. Where Interior Minister Ambrose Derry Ninsem any project at the amount a clear amount.
So Minister, clearly when you time etunya ba bontin abema ultimatum e ma ye nyina ye hu. Na se omo etunya ye nyama adi nyama na atutu ye e ba no say na up to now ye nti hu hwe.
Yes, you see it is normal with us in the kind of
normal.
Please. It is normal with the kind of settings that we have, the kind of systems that we have. We want to talk about the wrong things more than the good things, and which is normal. And
wrong things.
Yes,
and now you raising concerns.
No, yes,
say you raising concerns.
Bad news sell. I said bad news sell.
When you say you say you be raising concerns,
of course, that is the case. And say aban a raise 10 days ultimatum. I'm pretty sure say Omanya and they will not continue operating from 2017.
Emma company who have been indicted, no, they don't even feel the need to exonerate, to show restore public confidence in their customers. So yeah, the nyama to 2 years into we can now do business.
You see, it is the interest of every company to protect their image. Let's take typical example when Coafes was Coafes say food and transport they treat you more about COVID no they amuba abontin so ebekire omo side of the story omo ankasa take steps to find out corruption deals bintia omoyomusa. Is that not the case?
Okay.
So a company interest has to come and rebook what is the government
administration practice. A company interest.
No,
more administration.
It's in your interest. So Becca say, Asama. David, I not like that man can
and that is what Akoban say who is a company is in the interest of the company. It is maladministration in governance. Say Ubeka say a company in India. Why did the minister no one letter now one fan babonte?
One in Central for Casa. So I went in 1 year dim. If you now I try to cut idea mom say me buy no ye me hu eni 1 year ni ye move away to 2 years for personal glorification. Now why you e na say brown envelope bia be call no hunti wa e din
no and that is the propaganda of the NDC. That is why I'm saying that's why you have been taught to communicate. But in logic communication you don't go by saying that maybe. You talk based on fact. It's not about maybe. Based on facts and what you know. But consistently, the own kind of say
maybe. Actions of men gives you impressions.
Yeah, but maybe it's not in a communication like we are doing. You have to be
it's not in communication.
No, in the case of this one, and yet maybe you the evidence. Confused.
And the families and I say by this time. Anke say as on mine yen kabom say look say na second. But immediately as some see here, we join it dots now we send nyama bi air corner. Let's just say a bi mo person mo kata bibi so. I won't see asempo say the enti na beba say amanfo ahwe omunkwa. Say u ahwe omunkwa. Say ubeye bibi ahebema obia ne ho atono ana say ahonto beba omo ana omo apobete omo bete apono obi dream ye onu ebenya.
Okay, mamanya more specific in Gronkra ben mining communities serbe anko no be kono anim no e dey na betima ye fa no ma ben.
Cite an example like Japan, from my geography background. Japan say we call every little kid even 3 years our school bia no ye train say they are on a fault line. Inti ho no na just earthquake to me etasi. Inti ye chere obia how to be safe. Say what ti say e dan ni shake ya entu me kan ko be bia ko share eponase. Mining towns, me Matina mining town. My dad is an engineer. Inti Matina Tebrebe Takwa for 3-4 years. One of the first things I say mining companies minimum companies in na say education, any awareness creation in the mining communities. I say a big deal. And yes, I be a basic company wana ochina ko Julie Borehole miensa bi na ko ho ohene na ma no cola ni shina bi na chese ya fulfilling a corporate social responsibility. And some to me educating crofo na wo ho nyina na omu hu say company e ba he, these are the dangers associated with it. Inti ebia say explosive car crapo and a car e fire explosive e besin kra say yama sa education ni crapo e be ma hu car no say besin kra na we dwane akose bebi say ma car no besin ana crapo say mumu ni say e say dangerous. Esa mutumi awareness to the community. So between this time and that time, no, your cars no ever befa ha. Ebe yanka me maka bia and ana obia engineer ho. And I say obia entry no hu free road no with this radius from the road. So that those are the safety precautions. Ebe na yeka say ebi e krabo na escort no krabo. Mini say ampa there was no escort. When would the but ACP question for it say there was an escort. And I'm said yes, and within a certain radius any witness around them may have died. There was an escort, and we can't tell because within that radius of where the motorbike is and where there's the escort, any maybe explosive car no one within that closest proximity there, and they will be able.
Okay.
Until we no witness, I can't say. Nyamina hedan as say Okada abobo ya driver no so no one shouldn't because with your stories now you see on crab boy omuko catch school for meanwhile you see is explosion no okay within 10 minutes from the time of the incident. So within 10 minutes of the time of the incident and I know anyone to me catch school for within which radius from that point.
Okay, questions in the door so and young quickly said about you bet me din komo no aka no answer na ye de dwumadi no beba na wie no momo to no so ye ka ho asem kai say Ostek real estate in sase no ko jaso me sero ye ntem ne ko je wasase ansa na afiwe aba na we ye kai say 31st night o bompa ye bi say afiwe de wonso be ye ofie wura etu ko Shy Hills afienya Esutware Junction na Sun City Estate wa nsase ne bi wo nsase ne bi wo dodo wa asebi do wenya chopoli kai say ade de wom kra ne say Ostek real estate say obeto mo nsase ne bia ye betwa blocks mako 200 ya sama cement eye bags ahodo edu edi ama obetimi de ka akrampo akoje asase bi enti ye ntem na ne Ostek real estate endiga from 0244 684069 and 0266 101406 and afenzo 0240 933 748 yanko na etwa to na ansana ye dwumadi na banwe ye kai se won so ka dwumadi no mamente won ka o Facebook power 979 and afenzo WhatsApp no so miente won ka no pay e wo Dwabo Ase wo power 97.9 at Tvxyz. Baumia, meba also momo tuwe. Ene nsema ye tete. Ono bo say chairman za bonsu die kra odi abehwe me latest. Ene say, ade na say agya to me ntimo de na mo pa che say mo ne na mo kira manfo say ye nyanji ntu appropriation won normal che say ye agya to. Wuti honorable eche dafia makwo. Technically worker say ye ni bibisa wo mrache bedwafie. Se sa na te ade ntina wohwe normal na se nhye che say ye ba be bobo normal ho e wo mrahye bedwafie ya ade nti na wo krata mu say e levy e ya de edi akotene e wo momo toyi ene nsema aba aminti o
let me say the issue of parliament is not a pleasant thing. There's a public confusion, but first of all I mean can be kakramfa appear to now
time ago
yeah
it be ka o time no
the entire confidence me confidence say explosion is and there was no convoy and say my Juma that institution that kind of environment before at the distance between one the say your convoy and can also there will be a damage because they have the equipment to repair damage on the car or safety precautions. And if there was something like that, it would. That is why I said that we shouldn't take this matter as a political issue. We should see it as a national concern. We should begin to address the issues holistically. Okay. If we say nipa bebre a omo transact in business sebio omo form hu de omo tuato. For example, na say won say me pursue to pa nti metato suit online. Ba metwa metua momo. Say nipa no neoma no gudem say omo rent shop. Neoma no gudem a yeto and I'm sure you do, you know. Jumia uto tua online. This time omo converted dollar rate near the amount. You pay online, they have their money. How is government going to even trace those people and tax them? So for me, it's important say yebeji this kind of levy to cushion our economy. Oh, enye sika anyhow. Sika wo hokra yeji bika ho ade ye mpuntunyuma. Ghana force ye pa kwan, Ghana force ye pe hospitals, Ghana force ye pe nyuma, Ghana force ye pe factories. Ni nyina ye diska na ye.
Ba mo se bono na mu
kwache ade fe ye disika and eto. Okay. And I don't think issue of debate unless our opponent NDC will say that say emrano ye pass omoba ometwam, then I know that they are serious in rejecting the e-levy. I say omutumi me country say ye pass it. Whatever means it will be passed. Yes, Mransusu ye damra na etimi fam na ye gena NDC for 2024 nyame ya madom na campaign mu ahonde amode be ye bi na bi ambekwa akoka tia Ghana for say moba mo betwam na Ghana for betie say moba mo betwam they are fine mo score, but I will plead with the parliamentarians of NDC that so indeed they mean business say they want to come to power, they should help us pass the law in parliament so that they will use it in 2024. Until maybe me say anyone men this for
ho kire bia betime free maba.
Maybe me say anyone men this for propaganda and you can ride on propaganda horses and think that that's so. And I've given you alternative. I challenge them. If NDC think they love Ghana so much, they should go and pass they want to come to power. They should go and pass the law. They should help us pass the law. Say me drive na say me kwa koto minemu a. Watamfo ne me a wo fa ho me. And your mom boy and young question. Okay. I'm challenging Honorable Dafia and his colleagues that if they think that the e-levy is what is going to take us to opposition, I am encouraging them to help us pass it. And then when they come 2023, they should use it in their campaign. If that is what will win the battle. And as a standard, they have no reason to reject what we're saying. I am saying that. I challenge them with this. I think our leaders have not challenged them enough. And I am saying that. So we say, Usuma baby or better the offer. And Timusu and Mammy Elekem.
Oh, send a bimudin. Momo tour. Who say, oh, man, I say a man for whom Chiroma. Now, my money. Oh, Baumia. And Casaswan. And the Munja and send the prequena a Huchanin bra so that 2024 and Sana. You see the kind of thinking they think. I just a Yaman Koyaka and Ebema yes you power 2024. It's Munja and taxes 14 taxes at 12 taxes. Munja buy ye free. Oh, me wallet ni. Sa imumwe a chrono thievery. That's criminality. And I'm visiting on the Ghanaians. Didn't na mikasa. Me wallet ni. Ebi yemfa say why Juma or XYZ TV. Na ye tua wo salary.
And then come the emu ba na minim say minu ya come the nanka me the emu na nanka. Na na ye tua wo ka. Ye tua wo salary no ya titi taxes nyina wo. Nti sika kita wo krapo no that's wa wo sika and that is actually capital. In the first place nobody taxes capital. This is the first time I will bet say aban say oba be tax capital. One ko bobusia 220 billion and over 4 years. Ye hu dia mudi aye. Na ene dia musi 11 ebe ma Ghana ye. Na bisa on say 11 ya mu introduce na chese mu hienska. Enye sa. Na dia na ma mu fi se mu beta si 11 because of COVID no. One encouraging crowd say obia enye electronic transaction. Nti electronic transaction nti ema ebe avoid physical contact. And na man crowd do na 11. One amusi by 2018 no obi abewo bank account man nyama ye sisi amu switch from bank no ebe wie sika fi ye wallet mo nti mi sika maje mi pay aye tua mi a mi dia to mi wallet mo my imagine say okay mi koto tomatoes mi koto we ana mi koye we sisi aban si ordinary ba ku hwe ho a sika e ko ho no
eleke mama fa we into dwa quickly ye nua baomia eye aso baomia ade ato nani ebusuafo hia no pa nti obesre kwan kakra no afri ye nchen na wabra ye nkomo no so ye na elekem beto so kopem say ye be mam kwan na mo so ma be chem adwen but it appears say ye wi ano nti wo betima tenam kura kakra
my elekem crowd tie for nanka menko na wo de to so na to a propaganda
no
and then you leave your to behind
my elekem when because no we gina wi man insi form
oh say sisi the akoba ne say aban henska the economy is in distress ka bi ani bebia munso a waka cancer hunu afa IMF ho ante ne ayese muntumi nko ho na mu be hwe enim se yentu ato ana se yentu 11 na ye ba be 11 no budget na ye present to parliament a ye approve ye krapo na road minister akojina be bia ka se road to kra no ye abolish no how much are we losing in every month so far November December January na ye way 3 months you losing ahin. If I tell you say this is a regime that is not reasoning, it is the real word I'm telling you. And yes, me did you be atem. It is the truth. Na sebi. We obi a wudwin. Now we see who here.
Other now to mean kasa without those.
And now we decide that is a matter of choice, and I'm responsible for it. Say,
I think you can leave them to what behind.
You don't decide
concentrate on the substantial.
Say how necessary we want my feeling very incompetent. And they would judge. Look, why would you be saying say who here ska? Eja your money. We see year of road. Dr. Baumia Kwan Nebeka say we need to even increase the road tolls in order to do our roads. Not just on no leader of the
I feel when see a year
management economic management team cry yen bunukra yen fanin yestre. And until I set a forest committee in Krapon, yen consulting yen hunu bebia, he was even out of the country. So Bekaya. Iti mo amu to me be frɛ obi say or ye incompetent. Mu dia mu person be to say mo useless. And the question what is useful about what is happening? Mika, I don't say it because I want to insult somebody. I didn't say Ghana for Tiamo Mutuo. I didn't try. Well, I didn't say
didn't know any say Ghana for etia
say etia because
I didn't see any say etia
because sikana Nikita dada no me tua tax. You are paying tax over it already. It's a double tax now who tax me. I don't know who give me tax from my salary. Now say me sign back to me send to ya. The only money sky say utia platform na ye di amount no. Nti telcos no on platform now mo create who use the TS no. Eno na mo be charge you.
But see ye pempuntu.
Na ye pempuntu 20. So far scanner banagin and ye ka 220 billion. Omo promise here from taxation to production from infra. Omo kwa na budget bia na de nyame sem ato so. Now so it is the worst ever and we keep sinking deeper.
Okay, maybe mama final say I mean tie ba omia.
Yeah, I'm say menua madika aka bibi say politics na ye kan ye atiefo enim de atiefo ye nyina no ye tie ase ye fa bibi ho levy ye nyina ye kai say emre bi atwa mu no MPP aban ye tie ye taxes about 14 every ho
Aboso kan 40
ye yi free ho na me de me nkran about 11 say we all know. And John Dramani Mahama has said it in the past. He said, less than 35% at the time of Ghanaians were not paying tax. It is clear. If you have a population of 30 million people and you have less than 40% of the population not paying tax. There are a lot of avenues, and that is why we, as innovative we are, as innovative government as we are.
We're innovative.
We think, yeah, it's an innovative.
Now, no,
it's an innovativization.
The whole world, only Ghana.
Oh yes, that is why we are conservative. That's what we believe in. That's what we think we can. That's the things that we
Ghana
think we can do to reduce. And
apart from political parties,
who determines Ghana
civil society groups are are
you telling me that there has never been a policy under any government apart from Akufo-Addo that civil society organization has condemned? But the government went ahead and implemented. We are not almost, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it by law. We will do it by law.
The Ghana for
the patapaya but we'll do it by law. But they are all representatives. What is patapa? We are going to use the law to do it. And that is what we are as a conservatives. Well, that's our belief. You get it? And when we are better, you are only blind to say that the government has not done anything. John Mahama said to us that he is not borrowing at the time to go and eat chichinga. Okay. And that any money that was borrowed passed through the parliament when the MPs know the purpose. Unless you are telling me that we have borrowed the money for a particular project and the project is not.
We say NDC as a good parent will not allow fire to swallow its child. NDC won't gamble with the welfare of Ghana's land, but protect their interests. We a messenger and also every year for be a waba. Elikem, mema or final chance now on work all the wasema a cat or atuga. What's the cat?
Oh, send it say who say mine send your air con enko yen. We see yenja ne koso yesa say no nebema mumofi abemubia yenja the NDC.
You are even incompetent in opposition the way you debate issues.
The NDC's interest.
The propaganda will not help us.
Being in power alone. The NDC's interest is to the interest of Ghanaians at all times.
Do you have Ghanaians at heart? And you have the option of the bad policies.
And we need their here. And the ones who were introducing e-levy. That's a man for catch up. Massa, a chronon a woman. Now e-levy who can say you expecting at this level. Now say COVID and baby COVID and we try. Let's just say the level of inflow into e-levy in crap on a bed dropping. Since I mean you can crap. Auditor General who say report no, over 12.7 billion to corruption. So how no money investment in the corner. One investment. That is an established institution under our regime. What to me 12.7 billion. I ain't also here for e-levy. So what to me plug in the seal holes and I said what to me seal the loopholes.
You see, when you sit here and talk of corruption, and then you have credibility when it talks of corruption. Do NDC have credibility when it talk of corruption?
Yeah, because the president is in my pocket. Look at Transparency International. I'm rating for Ghana with corruption.
But what was the rating at your time?
No. John Dramani Mohammed's worst performance. Onu Nana Danko Akufo.
That's not true. Which is one? Which one? In
31.
economy? In what? In what?
Yes, corruption perception index no unti
time out so
until we politicians begin to chastise the public servant.
If John Mahama Abeka say less than 35% of the people into Yatua, find ways to get them, not this lazy approach.
Okay,
and yes, a lazy approach.
Very well.
Government break.
I for me don't want to say I also was gone Baumiana attain in Kano Yakobu and I feel so Elekem Kotoko also a member of the NDC communications team and I feel so when you know so more can't you know master somebody a free a bra said job as jumedi anopano nsiamusa ebesi sabre yɛda mu nyinaa ma se sorry sway makwan ama the biggest mid-morning show power 97.9 abaso ajima nie power nie obenzie wo Tvxyz de be isini na fe so ya twa enwom kakran so e de mam nyinaa che bye bye.